Hello, my name is Badrul Khan. I am with McQueen Education, an educational and training divisions of BK Global Limited USA. Welcome to McQueen Education. It is my pleasure to be with you once again to talk about important management issues of e-learning. It is very important to remember that e-learning is vastly different than your traditional classroom instruction. You do not just show up in a controlled environment, talk to a captive audience, hand out lecture materials at the end of class, and direct your students to learning resource centers or libraries for additional materials and training. Your learners are not physically with you in e-learning. They are in different locations. They are accessing learning materials that are located on many different servers around the globe, and their computer compatibility to access these materials are different from one learner to the next. It is for this reason that you need to keep the development of all your materials as simple and universally compatible as possible. Participants of online courses are not much concerned about where their various learning materials are stored. They just wanted to be able to gain immediate access to them at their convenience. That is all that matters. Managing e-learning processes means having a clear idea of complex systems composed of several key elements, including content delivery, technology, human resources, and processes of e-learning integration within the organization. You need to establish a system of creating, storing, and maintaining all e-learning contents and resources. By the way, there are two major phases of doing this. First one is content development phase, and the next is the content delivery and content maintenance phase. The content development process consists of planning, designing, and creating e-learning materials. Individuals you might want to include in this phase of e-learning developments are project managers, subject matter experts, instructional designers, graphic artists, and programmers. The number of individuals you want to involve may vary based on the size and scope of your e-learning project. Some roles and responsibilities may overlap, as many learning tasks are interrelated and interdependent. A large-sized e-learning project requires the involvement of various individuals. On the other hand, in a small or medium-sized e-learning project, some individuals will be able to perform multiple roles. When an e-learning course is completely designed, developed, taught, and managed by a single individual, it is clear that the same individual performed the role of a content expert, instructional designer, programmer, graphic artist, and a project manager. This is an example of a small size e-learning project. Many of my colleagues have experience developing their online courses by themselves with some occasional staff support in their institutions. One of the content development issues that we should ask is this: is there a project support site for e-learning production team? Well, in e-learning, members of the development team can be remotely located. Team members should be in good communication with each other and in compliance with due dates, deliverables for their respective tasks. Members should put their works in designated area on a central server, which we can call a development server. Development server becomes a collaborative workspace for the e-learning members. I serve as a consultant at the World Bank, where I work with the project manager, instructional designer, graphic artist, and programmers who are remotely located. We have fulfilled our requirement and fulfill our deliverable dates, and it worked very well. Once the e-learning materials are created, the next phase is to deliver them to learners and continue with good maintenance. It is very important that online course materials are accessible by the learners at any time from anywhere in the world. If online courses use any supplementary materials such as CD, DVD, audio video cassette, book, course pack, etc., then we should make sure learners receive them on time. Otherwise, your learners will have a problem in continuing the learning process. One of the most critical aspects of e-learning maintenance include ongoing updating and monitoring of e-learning environment. Learners expect up-to-date learning materials. It is easy to update online, so we should not only provide the most updated version of learning materials, we should also inform learners about any changes in the course offering. One of the common questions we hear from learners is, does the course notify students about any changes in due dates or other course relevant matters such as the server is down? We should try to find all possible ways to inform learners about any changes in course using email, announcement page, alert boxes, running footer added to a page, phone call. If none of them works, maybe you had to use the postal mail. We had to make sure that learners know there are changes of schedule. Suppose you canceled a scheduled chat discussions, students need to know the cancellation. They may be waiting in somewhere else in the different parts where the professors or instructors are not in the same location. They would never know. So you never want any of your learners to wait or claim they were confused. You want to keep them posted with all updates and changes ahead of time. Well, this concludes the section on e-learning management issues. For more on e-learning management issues, please visit mcweedon.com. That is mcweadon.com. Thank you so much for your participation and listening.